Hello to all the listeners over there. Students, today we are going to start the second chapter of Civics, Role of Government in Health. Yes, students, we are going to start with the second chapter. Now, students, again, before starting the chapter, let's recall the knowledge. In sixth standard, you have studied the concept of universal adult franchise. Do you remember, students? Yes. Now, what do you mean by it? It means that in India, those who have completed the age of 18 has a right to vote, irrespective of caste, creed, and culture. So, through this universal adult franchise, people in India, through the process of election, they elect their representatives, and these representatives form their government. So, this is an democratic government. Now, as people have elected them, these people expect something from there. So, now what do these people expect? Do they expect any luxurious things from the government? No, students. They expect for the welfare of the country. People expect, like, the government should create employment opportunities, they should have proper housing schemes, then education facility should be good in the country, and overall development of the country. Now you must be thinking, what is the role of government in health? Do in any way they relate with each other? Yes, students, they do. Now you must have gone through the pandemic situation for last 2 months. Yes or no? So who is the one who is handling all this? It is the government, the state government and the central government who is going to handle all this. So there is a big role of government in the health, and almost all the developed nation, their healthcare facilities collapsed now. Yeah, yes, students? Okay. So in this chapter, we will study the role of government in health. Okay, students. Now, before going to the role of government, we will study first what do you mean by health. Okay, students. So total in this chapter, we are going to cover topics like what is health, health in India, public and private healthcare services, is adequate healthcare available to all, and what can be done to improve the condition. So let's start with the first topic, that is what is health. Now, health means ability to remain free of illness and injuries. Okay, students. So now this what we can say is the simple definition of health. But in modern world, we need to add few more things to it. Along with to remain free from illness and injuries, we should be active. Yes or no, students? Yes. So in modern world, it means to do active work with good spirit. Students, healthy people are a good resource to the nation. It means that a healthy person is one who work for himself, for his family, and also contribute for the economy of the country. So, healthy persons are always asset to the nation. Okay, students. Now let's move further. Now, what makes you healthy, or what are the factors that keeps us healthy? First thing, clean drinking water. Now, students, now why it is important to have clean drinking water? Because most of the communicable diseases are waterborne diseases. So, if we want to remain healthy, we have to drink clean water. Next, pollution free surrounding. The place where you stay is also very important, student. It should be pollution free. It should not be surrounded with the gas release from the industries. Again, it will affect your health. Next, sanitization. Now sanitization, that is cleanliness. You have understood the meaning of sanitization very well from last 2 months. Yes or no? Right. Next, balance healthy food. Now, this is something what we can say very much important. Why? We keep on eating junk food. So, will be able us to keep fit and fine? No. We should have a balanced diet that will make us healthy. Next, living stress-free life. Now, let me explain this point very clear to you, students. Now, suppose I am free of all illness, injuries. I drink clean water. I stay in a pollution-free environment. I follow sanitization, cleanliness. I eat balanced diet, but I'm always living a stressful of life. So I am healthy? No, not at all. So this is one of the important factor that we should remain stress free all the time. That will make you healthy. Okay, students. So these are the factors like clean drinking water, pollution free surrounding, sanitization, balanced healthy food, and living stress free life. That makes you an healthy person. Yes or no? So healthy mind is a healthy body, and good health, it means good life, students. Always remember. Now let's start with healthcare in India. Now, to prevent and treat illness, we require certain facilities. So what are their facilities? So we need facilities like health centers, hospitals, laboratories, ambulance, blood bank, medicines, and equipments. Now, health centers, hospitals for checkup of the patient, and patients are also admitted in hospital. Laboratories for test of blood and any other test which doctor has prescribed to you. Ambulance, very important to carry the patient to hospital. Blood bank. Now, blood bank is the bank which provides you with a blood which a patient is in need during his healthcare treatment. Medicines. Doctor prescribes us certain medicines that we purchase from the medical store. Equipments. Now, if you must have visited any of the hospital, so there are many equipments like we have um, ventilators, well bed. All these equipments are very important. So, to prevent and treat illness, we require facilities like health centers, hospitals, laboratories, ambulance, blood bank, medicines, and equipments. Now, students, do all these facilities run by themselves? No. We need certain people to run these facilities. So now who are these people to run this all facilities? Yes. To run the facilities, we need qualified doctor, nurses, health workers, and health professionals. Now, the work done by doctors and nurse and health workers, all these people are remarkable for last 2 months in India. The doctors are working 24 into 7, day and night. Okay, they are working at the risk. So the work done by them is very important. Okay, students. So we should always respect the health workers, doctors, nurse, and health professionals. Fine, students. So now next is a chart given in your textbook also, which tells you the positive side as well as the negative aspect of healthcare in India. So let's start discussing this chart. I hope you have a textbook in front of you, students. First thing, India has the largest number of medical colleges in the world and is among the largest producer of doctor, which means approximately 15,000 new doctors qualify every year. So we have a good number of doctors, but most doctors settle in urban areas. People in rural areas have to travel long distance to reach a doctor. The number of doctors with respect to the population is much less in rural areas. So at one side, we are producing 15,000 doctors, but to the other, rural areas, they are facing a lack of doctors. Second, now healthcare facilities have grown in India. Okay, it is growing sustainably, continuously it is going. From 1950 till 2000, we have many hospitals which has started in India. Now we have near about till the year 2000, 18,218 hospitals are there. Now students, here you need to update yourself now. You have to find out the number of hospitals in till the year 2020. Second, about 5 lakh people die from tuberculosis every year. This number is almost unchanged since independence. Almost 2 million cases of malaria are reported every year, and this number isn't decreasing. So students, right from 1950 till today, the number of hospitals are increasing, but the number of patients is they are not decreasing, they are also increasing. Okay, next thing. India gets a large number of medical tourists from many countries. It means the foreigners, the patients come to India for the treatment. Why? They come for the treatment in some of the hospitals in India that compare the best in the world. So students, we have world best hospitals in India, but we are not able to provide clean drinking water to people, and because of this 21% of communicable diseases are waterborne. For example, diarrhea, worms, and hepatitis. India is the third largest producer of medicines in the world and is also large exporter of medicines. So during this COVID situation, India has exported medicines to other countries. But half of all children in India do not get adequate food to eat and are undernourished. So students, at one side, we are largest producer of medicines, we provide medicines, but half of the children in India, they do not get adequate food, which is one of the important factor to remain healthy. Yes or no? Okay, students. So by looking at all this chart, what you have understood? What do you understand from both the column? First thing, India has no dearth of qualified doctor, which means we have plenty of doctors. Along with the doctors, large number of clinics and hospitals too. We have more number of hospitals and clinics. Large number of medical tourists come to India for their treatment because of reasonable cost. Again, India is the third largest producer of medicines in the world. Along with the producer, it is also a large exporter of medicines. But last point is very important. In spite of all this, despite of all this, health situation in our country is very poor. So now students, you must be thinking we have large number of doctors, we have good hospitals, we are, even the foreigners are coming to India for the medical treatment. We are the third largest producer of medicines, we export medicines. Then what make the health situation poor in our country? Yes or no? So this is something to be discussed in our next session, students. Okay. So here, students, at this end of first session, I'll be asking you to do two things. First thing, from your textbook, you have two stories. The first story is of Hakim Sheikh and the second is of two friends, Aman and Ranjan. I want you to read the story and understand. After reading this story, little bit you will understand why this is the situation prevailing in India. Okay. And the second thing, now almost you must know that how to remain fit and healthy. But again, I'm leaving you with a small video which will tell you about the how to remain healthy. Okay, students. So let's meet in the next session of this chapter. Till then, stay home and be safe. Thank you, students.